TTN HD Production Live, here with writer-producer Dan McDermott. How did you get your start in the business?
I went to film school at UCLA and got an MA in television and film, and then I went to the American Film Institute and almost but not quite finished an MFA in screenwriting. And from there I segued into, my first job was as director of development for a company called Wilshire Court Productions that was owned by Paramount at the time, and that had a deal, was a subsidiary of Paramount, to make 10 $2.5 million movies per year for the USA Cable Network. So that was my first job.
When did you know you wanted to get into film? What was your moment of truth?
My moment of truth, I was 9 years old. I was at the Congressional Plaza movie theaters in Rockville, Maryland, which is where I lived, and where I went to the movies every weekend. And during this era, it was the 70s. I saw, everything from Planet of the Apes to Soylent Green and Logan's Run, mind-blowing movies. And I was watching, I think it was To Live and Die, the James Bond movie, Live and Let Die. And there was a boat chase sequence in the middle of the movie that was just mind-blowing, and the Paul McCartney song was playing. And I realized at that moment, I don't know what's going on there, or who's involved in doing it, but somehow, someday, I'm going to become a part of that. And so from that moment, I just sort of figured out, through my teenage years, how I could ultimately get to Los Angeles and try to segue into the business.
Has the business been as exciting as you thought it would be?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. I mean, in my opinion, there's nothing else I could have, would have, should have done, than spend my life in this business. So, how
did you get involved with Zero Hour?
About 7 or 8 months ago, in July of 2011, Lorenzo de Bonaventura and I started this TV company, and we made a deal here at ABC, and we started developing projects for them. We met with Paul Shearing, who's the writer-creator of the show, who also is the writer-creator of a show called Prison Break that was on Fox for 4 years. Super talented guy, and he had this germ of an idea. And from that, we just started developing the idea and the script, and ultimately it's turned into this, which we delivered to the network right after the first of the year, and they ordered to pilot beginning of February. So,
what is the story about?
It's essentially about a guy who is named Hank, who is in his late 30s, early 40s, and he has spent 20 years running a skeptics magazine, basically, where he debunks all sort of paranormal activity, everything from ghost sightings to UFOs, etc. And so he's a guy who is sort of a man of science and doesn't believe in any sort of mysterious things out there. And when his wife gets taken, he finds himself, as he pursues her, swept into one of the greatest conspiracies the world has ever seen, which sort of rocks him to his very core, the very core of not only what he believes about the world, but what he knows and believes and understands about himself and his own origins. So it's a big sort of, it's a big sort of Da Vinci Code meets X-Files kind of, canvas.
Are you superstitious, and do you believe in conspiracies?
I'm absolutely superstitious, and I'm certain of all the conspiracies out there. Yes.
What advice would you give to up-and-comers in the business?
I always say, when people ask me about that, if you really know this is what you want to do, and you really feel like you have the passion and the drive for it, then you just have to do it and keep doing it and not give up. I think that today there are more roads than there have ever been to segue into the entertainment business, whether it's through shorts, online stuff, the blogosphere, television, cable television, online stuff, which is exploding. So I just think that to find your passion, develop it, and just pursue it with as much abandon as you have in you.
And where can we check out Zero Hour? Where can we expect to see it?
Well, we're going to start shooting the pilot in Montreal starting March 17th, and then we'll deliver it to ABC the beginning of May, and they'll make their decision about whether or not they're going to put it on their fall schedule next year by the second week in May. So, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Dan, and best of luck with your upcoming pilot and projects to come.
Thank you.
I'm Katieuhlmann reporting for TTN HD Production Live. Bye.